Live on YouTube. Alright. Alright. Sorry about that little technical glitch, guys. Alright. Welcome back to Knights of the Old Republic 2. Had a little glitch with my streaming software there. It cut off the stream for no apparent reason. But we are back with more Knights of the Old Republic 2. So first off, there's this little joke I wanted to show you. Okay, his model's glitching out. That's kind of goofy. Oh, hers is too. Like, wow, why is everything glitching? Alright. But anyway, this guy, Terra Citizen.
I've been waiting for my flight to Terrace for 5 years.
Anybody who watched my playthrough of the first game will understand that joke. Anyway. Last time we met a... Oh my gosh, what is going on here? Anyway, so, last time we found archives of our trial and an archive of where all the other Jedi Masters went to hide after something that will be revealed later. Anyway, so some summary of what happened last time. The trial archive we found, they exiled me at the end of the Mandalorian Wars because of crimes I committed at Malachor 5. They haven't told us at this point in the game, but I think it's going to help to explain. At the end of the Mandalorian Wars, at the Battle of Malachor 5, Bayadur, one of our party members, had actually been a tech under our command. He had built a device called the Mass Shadow Generator. I'll go into lore later on about what the Mass Shadow Generator actually did. But the effect that it had was basically making Malachor 5 crush itself in its own gravity and suck the vast majority of both fleets in, creating a massively traumatic event that will be explained later in the game how it affected my character, made my character the way that she is. Again, explained later. And like they talked about that wound that was left with me during the trial. And there was an archive of where all the various masters that were on that council went. So we are going to go to Dantooine first to meet with Vrook. Yeah, I found a way to make the game show the cutscenes. And also, Dantooine, there's kind of a tiny bit of a spoiler for something that happened off-screen in the first game. During the first game, it was revealed that Darth Malak and Saul Kareth went to Dantooine and bombed the planet out to try and destroy the Jedi Enclave. You know what? I'm gonna bring Bayadur and T3 for now.
Another visitor?
Alright.
You must be here to join in the plunder of the old Jedi Enclave. You have to see Administrator Adari first. Salvagers are stripping it of anything valuable. Mostly they're collecting trash the Jedi left behind. The Enclave was bombed during the war, so there's not much left. But since you're a salvager, I expect you already know all that. Then who are you? The only recent visitors we've had on Dantooine have been salvagers, and a slew of mercenaries.
There's actually a fun mechanic here. Okay, so one of my side quests, there was a cutscene that we saw last time when Bayodur asked me why I don't have a lightsaber anymore. There's a side quest about collecting parts of a lightsaber so he can help me build a new one. And there's a fun mechanic of, because Jedi aren't liked at this, the Jedi aren't widely liked at this point in galactic history because of the Jedi Civil War. People are looking down on them a little bit. So there's a mechanic that this is one person who will like recognize when you're carrying a lightsaber, and her reaction will be different if you're holding a lightsaber. Hey, hey, Spyro. So yeah, you can be kind of dumb and tell her you're a Jedi. I lived here once.
You used to live here?
Much has changed since I was last here.
Really? You seem pretty well armed for a farmer. But a lot of us joined the military during the Jedi Civil War. This is your first time back, a lot has changed. You may want to go into Kunda and ask around about your family. There was a lot of movement when the Sith invaded. Hopefully everybody you knew is safe.
Alright.
Just head into the building and you'll find your way to the administrator. I'll be over by the entrance if you need anything else.
Alright. So, talk to the administrator about going to the Enclave. That's our next goal. But yeah, I did a little bit of off-screen money farming, but nothing that I didn't do anything quest related. Please do not steal my belongings. Yep. Mandalorian Blaster, that's actually pretty good. It's a pretty good early mid-game blaster right there. It's not Micropulse Blaster tier or anything, but it's pretty good. Mandalorian Heavy Blaster, that's better. Impossible, okay. Oh yeah, T3 can level up, okay. So from now, I'm going to equip T3 with those things. Because he currently just has a mining laser, which is kind of bad. Fully upgradable, yeah. Yeah, that'll be pretty good. Hey, T3. Oh yeah! Hair. Painting. Okay. Okay, T3 is actually gonna come with us for a while because, like... Oh yeah, T3, I want you to try and security this thing. Ah, crap. Well, I'll come back and open that later. There'll be some fights here. But yeah, Dantooine was bombed off screen in the first game, and we're gonna see some of the effects that had. Such as the Jedi Enclave being in rough ruins. This used to be one of the houses of this used to be the house of one of the rich families. And there's gonna be some side quests we can pick up in here.
Do you actually believe a Jedi would
All right.
return here? After all they've done to us? They wouldn't dare.
They certainly would. You remember how they were. Always so superior, so arrogant, and never lending a hand when we really needed them.
I still don't believe it.
You should. My cousin's friend, he used to tend the gardens around the Enclave. He swears he saw a Jedi in Kunda. Could be hiding anywhere.
Well, I hope it's true. I hear there's a bounty on them, and we could certainly use the money.
Unless somebody beats you to it.
Alright, see, people don't like the Jedi so much right now. They think it was the Jedi's fault that Dantooine got bombed.
Are you waiting for the administrator to...
This guy's first side quest.
I'm here to get... I...
He's actually a problem.
I'm not... What? Damn. A lot of... if you...
So, this side quest is interesting because there was a solution for it in the original game, but that solution was changed because of some restored content with the restored content mod. I'll see what I can do, bud. That a bunch of his farming equipment was stolen, and he can't afford to replace it, so we agreed to help him find it.
A visitor. Please, come in. Welcome to Kunda. I am Administrator Turina Adari. You're the owner of the, ship that just landed?
I came in that
And
ship
unless
yet.
I'm much mistaken, that's the Ebon Hawk. That vessel has been on Dantooine before, during the war. That was a Jedi vessel.
Please keep that quiet.
That is an unfortunate truth. And a wise request, which of course I will honor. Most settlers here hold bitter memories of the Sith occupation. Right or wrong, our settlers blame the Jedi and their hidden enclave for their suffering. I remember the old Jedi Masters and the considerable help they lent to Dantooine.
Yeah.
I still maintain discreet.
Like a
connections to
certain
that.
person they trained
suppose
taking
your
care
arrival
of the
here is no
Mandalorian
coincidence.
problem. Yeah. Remember that?
My friend, let's just call him Vrook.
There's our
We've known
guy.
each other for many years, and our continued friendship could create many problems in the current political climate. He came to Dantooine not too long ago. He was looking into something quite important. He's gone missing recently. Did he send for you in case something went wrong?
He didn't send for me, but I'd like to meet with
Vrook
him.
and I had a mutually beneficial arrangement for several weeks. He went to the Jedi Enclave sublevel recently and hasn't returned. I know the sublevel is dangerous. I'm starting to fear the worst. Would you be willing to go to the ruins of the Enclave to look for him?
I'll make it my first priority.
We're fortunate that you've come. Don't expect it to be easy, though. Things rarely are with Jedi. I will have one of the militia transmit
The leg wrecks are
permissions to
also
the
kind of
Enclave
annoying. We'll get there
security.
though.
Go expecting danger, for you will most certainly find it there. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Alright, you can ask her for side quests and she'll just tell you ask around. But that's a main quest thing. Go to the academy and find Vrook. So this guy has a side quest. He'll ask you to find... This guy is a high-ranking militiaman. He thinks the leader of the militia is egging on the local mercenaries. This guy is a holdover from the first game. Mission. Let me see what you're selling. So let's see what he's got. That's decent if you're like a duelist. A Dagon, that's nice. Mandalorian assault rifle, that's a good weapon. Okay, we'll be able to come back to this guy later for anything we may need. Oh, that's a good thing for That's a good thing for That's actually a pretty high level upgrade. There's a temptation to buy it, but I'm gonna buy that for Atten. And then we'll go. Yeah, we're gonna go talk to Geron because he has a side quest.
I'm the militia captain here. Are you here because you're in...
I prefer to call it a challenge.
There is often opportunity in challenges, if you know how to look for it. I might have something for you. But first, you got any other reason for coming?
Anyone need a hand?
Rare thing, a visitor wanting to help out. Looks to me like you're here to explore the Jedi ruins.
Quote unquote. I don't know how they put that there.
You seriously want to help, just ask about it. Or any other you want.
What sort of work?
I've seen a lot of visitors come through Kunda. You're the first one to know. We have a small problem with
Kinrath.
I'll take care of it myself.
Basically, there's a Kinrath hive in the nearby cave.
Very.
I'll see what I can do.
That's all you want.
Yeah, that's a side quest. There's a bunch of these side quests that I could just do along the way while doing the main one. So like for example, going into the Enclave, I'll be able to solve this guy's problem with his farming equipment. And then up in this room there's a workbench, which is nice. Oh yeah, that's right, there's a workbench in there, but I can't access it right now because I'm not that far in the plot yet. We'll get there. And there's a guy in the next room over who will actually attack us when we're finished in the Enclave. Come on. Load up, please. Alright, there we go. Yeah, this game runs pretty smoothly on my laptop. This game runs pretty smoothly on my laptop, but some of it, my laptop just doesn't like it. Sometimes it'll just crash for no reason. That's like a laptop problem. Wait, still? Sure he has upgrades you can use. Okay, vocabulator we already have. That's not a problem. Purity. It's actually pretty good. Sure, there's some things here. There's a crate around the back here, if I'm remembering properly. Yep, there's one there. Nice, buddy. Congratulations. Advisor? Perception gloves. Dang, that's a decent loot. Okay, I already have those. Okay, advisor armor is something I already have. Okay. But those can be used later for other party members. I am paying attention to the chat, don't worry.
Take them down.
Oh my gosh, look at the damage count. Ooh, level! Ooh, and feats! Yes, feats! Alright. Okay. A tap to deflect. We need that for an upcoming fight. I'm gonna take that, because useful. Okay, there's the cave, we'll get to that. See, look at how much damage I'm doing to these things. Alright, so, we are gonna head up to the Enclave. There's those mercenaries there, those guys are... There's... Okay, the mercenaries. Yeah, the cat hounds are way tougher in this one than they are in the first one for some reason. Yeah, they're typical. Yeah, my guns are so much better than they were on the surface of Telos. Dang, why are these guys so much tougher than they were in the first game? Alright, there's the salvager camp. Let's get Vander a med kit. Yeah, just a lot of cat hounds. She's a merchant. Let's see what she's got. If the enhanced merchants mod did a lot of work, then she should have some really good crystals. Technically.
We don't need enough. I'm gonna give you some advice.
Turn back.
I've been here the... You should...
And she's like, you should have told me you were here to buy stuff. Oh my gosh. Bunch of rogues. That's decent. That's good. That's good. Yeah, these are all lightsaber crystals. Kyber, that's a good one. That's really good. And Kari's sapphire, that's really good. Crystal Silver. And she's got a bunch of upgrades. A Deegan lens, that's really good. Yeah, she's got some good crystals. I can pick those up later. Alright, we're about to have some HKs.
The wound on this world, it is centered here.
See the HK units there?
If we succeed in gathering the Jedi, they will come to this place. And if those Jedi are slain, then all that remains of the Order shall be drawn here as well.
Okay, there's a bunch of Cath Hounds. Is it long off?
We will know when the time comes.
Pretty much, yeah.
And I hope our enemies do not.
Announcement. Annoying recitation.
Let's proceed to facilitate communications. You ever know when to quit? Dang, these guys hit hard. And my damage counter is enough to offset theirs. Look at this. Oh my gosh! Yeah, their damage counts are high. Alright, we got this. Yeah! Droid processor! You know what? I'll give him... Let's give him some strength. But yeah, those HK units can be tough. Let's turn it on all my buffs. Because there's a bunch of Cath Hounds over here. I'm just fighting up for the experience, really. And there's a workbench inside the Enclave, too, which means since we've upgraded stuff, we can do upgrades. There's a reason I didn't bring At with me, or Freya.
This won't take long.
Yeah, like, it's like we'll get a new party member, and when we pick him up, we'll just lose him for some reason. And I really, really want At influence for something. Let's just put it this way: you'll see why I want all my At influence when we go to Nar Shaddaa later on. And we're about to meet some salvagers.
Who are we missing? We're one off.
We're missing Joran. I don't see Joran.
That runt of a Cath Hound.
Oh my gosh, that guy has the same character model as one of the rich guys in the first game. That's hilarious.
What do you want?
Heading for the
You
ruin.
won't find anything there except on the lowest sublevel, and there you'll only find death. Lagreks are everywhere. I managed to get this sad lot of salvagers to... But of course the only one that managed to grab the salvage is still in there.
I might be able to save him.
I'm not going to tell you that, so stay out of it.
Yeah, they're jerks. You going back for them?
Are you kidding?
No, because they're jerks. Of course, you can be mean to them and make them fight you if you play a dark side, which is kind of funny. I do plan to do a dark side run of this game at some point. All right. And there's a guy here we could just straight power our influence with. So we are going to go...
Let's get this
I've had runs where the leg wrecks were really tough. Oh my gosh, ooh, a mine. We can use a mine on that crate back on the landing pad. Oops. And Vow Meditation is a really force-intensive one. Shoot the leg wrecks!
Take them down.
Sonic Blaster Morning implant. That might actually be good for Bando. If I'm not correctly, that one makes him immune to criticals. Basically makes criticals not do the double damage thing. Yeah, the damage counts I'm getting are really good. Oh!
My Legrex! You've killed them! They're my pets!
So this lady, she has custom dialogue by one of the modders, but she was in, her dialogue lines were in the files for the original game, so they restored her and just did their own voice acting. But she was cut from the original game, and the solution to the farming equipment side quest was changed to her, as was originally intended by the developers.
I'm not a thief! People give to the Jedi in exchange for service.
Yeah.
I belong here. I'm KV, and this is my home.
You have a connection.
I'm a Padawan. I was studying here when Darth Malak and the Sith came, but the Sith came asking questions, so I hide. I'm hiding until my master
returns.
You were?
I was coming back.
Is that even possible?
Someone named Vrook.
I remember him. I sent my Legrex to get him to leave, but he just made my pets stop. But the mercenaries came for him. I found some things. I had a holocron, but It told me the Jedi.
Yep, that sounds like a very Sith thing. In your master's lessons.
The holocron was more. I don't so much. And also with you.
Lightsaber emitter. Sweet. But yeah, lightsaber part. Advanced repair kit. Yeah, she was a piece of restored content. Originally, that Joran guy that those salvagers are talking about was the solution to the farming supplies quest. Oh yeah, I never opened this. Oh, I did. I'm dumb. It's really goofy that I can like do battle meditation, have its effects work while I'm still fighting.
Is someone out there? Anybody?
Legrex, are you Joran?
Yes, yes I am.
Great camera angle, game. Wonderful, just perfect.
You must be fierce with a blaster then.
Give me a moment, he jammed the lock. Now here he is.
Thanks for saving me. It's all Tapelay's fault. We barely got in then before you... No, I didn't get... I guess you're right. Now, I meant, if you give me 30... I'm going to come visit if you...
Yeah, sorry, I had to spend a bunch of money that I was saving for the blaster, but hey. Collection emitter, blue crystal, not bad. That's actually not a bad find. Activate the buffs. Shoot the Legrex. Deadly Legrex, yep. Oh, you will die for taking down Bayadur. Ooh, nice work, T3. Salvage your corpse. This is a side quest. Dead Salvager, there's a journal later that we'll find that is a record of stuff they found. A bunch of those items we found were basically just lightsaber upgrades. Look at my damage counts. Yeah, the sub level here is really big. Dark door, Oh, I must have broken down the torch. Okay. Yeah, Durant thought I was fierce with a blaster. He's not wrong. Oh boy, here we go. There's some loot in here. And a workbench. Parabolic guys, that's a good upgrade. Computer spike. Pretty good. Gate ranged. Ooh, I could get advanced Rilla cells. Nice. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Motivated. Sure. That's. So what are my skills like right now? $14. So let's see if I can boost my rank up to 20. There's some crazy stuff I can do. Okay. Accuracy. Gosh, it's not repair. Oh, Dex 2. That's nice. I'm gonna use these. Okay, that's actually not as good as I thought it'd be. Change the party. Okay. Wait a second. 3. Oh my gosh, T3 should be able to break stuff down really well. Gate. Breakdown. Yeah, that's better. Alright. Down, alright. Yeah, I know the upgrading stuff bit is a little bit boring, but beta booster. Alright. Upgrades for our blasters. Standard. Advanced. Alright. That's some upgrades done. Back to the fun stuff. Oh man, the damage count just shot up. New level. All right. Look at the damage counts, buddy.
Take him down.
Yeah, I am almost level 15. I'm actually hoping to hit level 15 pretty soon because then I'll get prestige class. Hey, even without my buffs, my damage counts are crazy. Ooh, a deadly one. Well, my force points went up, that's sick. Good job, T3! Look at you go, you little beast.
Yeah?
Alright. Solo mode. Okay, there's some lockers here.
I'll have this open in no time.
Thermal shield generator, that's a good sell item. I'm an alloy heavy suit. That's also a good item for selling. A bunch of stuff blew up, and then there's someone in here. Along with clues for Vrook. This guy! That was a female, we get this guy in our party. Ah, dang, I didn't show him bowing, but he normally bows.
I am an historian and scientist working for the Republic, although I'm certain my contemporaries would judge me more a historian than scientist. Like you, I was looking for some trace of the Jedi. I'd heard mention that one of the Jedi Masters had gone there, but I found no trace of them.
That's not the
other reason was the ruins of the Jedi Enclave, and once I arrived, I felt it was necessary to stay, to protect what was left. Much had been taken from the Enclave, both by raiders and others. I wished to preserve what I could. Many artifacts were taken from the Enclave.
Okay.
But these thefts, they had to have been done by someone who knew the Enclave well. I suspect the Jedi themselves took the holocrons and records, but I do not know why. Someone has been taking holocrons from sites across the galaxy. It is almost as if someone does not want their knowledge used to find the Jedi.
Yeah.
The situation on Dantooine is echoed in other places in the galaxy. Raiders, smugglers, all seek to plunder what remains of the Jedi, and even the Sith. More so than the Jedi themselves, I fear the loss of their history.
Why is that?
Much has been forgotten in recent wars, and I fear that greater troubles shall stem from that loss of knowledge in the future. The destruction of the Academy on Ossus near the Kron Drift in the Sith War, the teachings of Master Arca, the adventures of Jolie Bindo on the Rimward missions. All of these things are in danger of being lost forever. What else would you like to know?
So there's a lot to unpack in what he just talked about. The adventures of Jolie Bindo refer to his smuggling operation that existed before the Sith War. Basically, Jolie and a partner of his were smuggling supplies to a world that was blockaded that the Republic wasn't doing anything about. Jolie is a guy I had in my group in the last game. Arca Jeth was the master of the Jedi Academy on Ossus, which got bombed by Exar Kun's Sith forces during the Sith War, and it's what drove Exar Kun it's what drove Ulic Qel-Droma to the dark side, because Arca was his master and his friend.
I'm trying to save the Republic. Despite the troubles of the Jedi Civil War, there are those among the Republic who still favor the Jedi and wish them to return. And there are admirals within the fleet who recognize that the Jedi must be found if the Republic is to hold together. Yet as long as Onderon remains within the Republic and the efforts on Telos succeed, that is all that matters.
Why Telos and Onderon?
The Republic is fragile right now. Telos is important because its success will determine whether or not the other dead worlds receive the same reconstruction efforts. If Telos is rebuilt and made habitable again, it will affect a string of worlds along the Rim.
So, okay. Onderon?
Onderon, strangely enough, was unaffected by the Jedi Civil War. It's almost as if Revan didn't want to attack it. Its resources and position on the Rim make it a vital supply line and guard post against Outer Rim attacks. Also, it's the only world in the Republic still capable of seeding ecosystems into other dead worlds. Onderon's wildlife is some of the most aggressive in the known galaxy. Merely placing some of those beasts on target worlds will guarantee their habitation for years to come.
Which basically means if an ecosystem was destroyed by an event like on Telos, Onderonian beasts will basically create an ecosystem just by existing.
Dantooine was one of the few Republic worlds on the Outer Rim. It is why the Republic is attempting to get the settlement up and running.
Yep.
Dantooine is within reach of several other Rim worlds, and the Republic will need it as a resupply post if they are to keep a presence on the Rim. Before you go, I had a question for you.
You're the Jedi, why? So basically, again, I get to choose what my motivations are. Gonna need their help to stop
If the Sith are rising in the galaxy again, then it is strange the Jedi would not be there to meet them, and that we have not seen more evidence of the Sith. No, I believe you. I merely find such subtleties among the Sith to be strange. They have been known to practice deception, but in the histories, since the time of the Dark Lords Khoon and Keldroma, and Revan and Malak, such subtleties have been rare. In any case, it seems to me like our goals are compatible. If you would have me, I can apply my knowledge and skills.
We would welcome your company. So...
There is something I have observed. I have found your presence to be inspiring.
This is another Force-sensitive guy. I'm about to show you a really cool feature in this game, okay?
And throughout the dangers we face, you remain calm and focused.
I'm shaking inside!
I understand now why others followed you to war. Perhaps that is what leadership is. And it is something I have seen in only a few during my travels. In any event, it has been some time since I traveled with a Jedi. I fear the stories that were spoken of you have misrepresented you. And if I have the opportunity, I shall reverse them whenever they arise.
Good job, buddy.
Very well. Then I shall keep... Forgive me, but there is something I must ask. In my study of the Jedi histories and the more, you are that Jedi. But the records are somewhat evasive. I wanted to discuss why you chose to leave the Jedi Order and accept exile.
Alright. I left to protect innocents on the Outer Rim.
I see. And because you went to war, they cast you out?
That is what they told me at the trial.
Do you have a record of this trial?
Yes.
Perhaps I shall examine it when I get the chance. With your permission.
Feel free to do
I
so.
appreciate your trust.
And I just gained a bunch of influence.
I have studied the holorecord of your trial.
Of course he already did.
I'm unsure what to make of it. I must confess that I was searching for some meaning beyond the records. A reason for why one would leave the Order.
And why is that, buddy?
Did you know that exile is a rare sentence? It is not really something that the Order can enforce. Believe it or not, it was really your choice.
Why would I choose?
I do not know. That is a question best answered by yourself. But it is you who made the choice to turn away, not them. I'm not certain I do either, but it is something worth considering.
Alright. You look familiar.
You are correct. I am afraid I have not been entirely open with you concerning my past. If I look familiar, it is because we have met before, at the Enclave on Dantooine, many years ago. As on Coruscant, Force-sensitive children are taken to Dantooine as well.
Yeah, the game didn't take into account that the moment you gain influence, you can trigger the next conversation.
It is the secret nature.
So we're sitting in the ruined Enclave talking about this. It's kind of funny.
Then the path of the Jedi is denied to you. I met you on Dantooine, long ago, briefly. You taught us how to move within the Force, and see it flow within others. How to see it in the behaviors of others, and use that sight to achieve truth. It is difficult to explain the difference between you and Master Vrook, but I think it is because he was knowledgeable, but not a leader, not a mentor. You were different. We could all feel it. And I knew that if I were to have a master, I would want it to be you. And then you went to war. Many Jedi went to war, and the Jedi Masters proclaimed that you were Jedi no longer. Atris, the mistress of the Archives, was first among them. I knew it that
we talked
moment.
to Atris in the last
no
episode.
Longer be a Jedi, then you must be correct. I realized I did not want to be a Jedi. Instead, I wished to follow your path. And in any event, there was no one to train me, even if I wished it. It is possible to forget the Force, you know.
Yep.
If you have not felt it strongly enough, then there is little to miss. But I never felt the Force as strongly as I did when I was with you. And so I decided to serve the Republic, study... I felt some part of you should be preserved, so that your lessons would not be lost. Perhaps. I still harbor doubts about the path I walked.
Yep.
I am on a diplomatic mission.
Yep.
I know something of the Jedi.
Are you having any luck?
I do not think it is a matter of luck or chance. I suspect my turning away from the Force. No. It is not the way of the Jedi to vanish in such a way. I fear that there is something else at work.
Something we cannot see.
It is difficult sometimes for the Jedi to see such things.
There you go, there's the problem with the Jedi right there. They only see the Force, but not the people that are making up the Force.
The reason the Jedi Civil War was named such was because few in the galaxy can recognize the difference between the Sith and the Jedi.
He's got a point.
To them, they are both Jedi, with different philosophies. Hate? No. I do not hate them.
They only raise questions
They
without
only
answers.
Jedi
Good way,
are not
bud.
supposed to be like the rest of us. They are supposed to see a higher purpose in all things, and
The problem with the Jedi is even though they think they see that higher purpose, they exclude all else in favor of seeing only that, and that is a problem.
What those seeds created in the Republic. It is difficult to follow the Jedi code when...
What do you mean?
The problems with the Jedi are my own. I do not wish to burn... That is... Yes, is something wrong? That is hardly a It is not...
Gosh dang it.
I am on a I know something. That... Many Jedi went to go... I was one such. The teachers left behind were few. And when I came of age, it was for the best. Never.
Never.
It is not time. That... No, it is not. Then again... That is hard.
You know what?
Like...
Sorry.
The other... Much... Many... Someone... The... More... Much... That...
Sorry, I'm trying to get back to a piece of dialogue I think might be key to finishing this right frickin' now.
A Force bond? I'm not sure I understand.
Thanks for a moment.
No. I thought I had heard mention of such connections in some of the holocrons, but I do not possess them. They are part of the holocrons that would...
Yep.
I do not know. I know some of what... The intensity of the connection varies.
Yep.
It is also said that moments of death or near death may also cause such bonds. The stronger one is in the Force, the stronger the connection.
That's important for later. Keep that... Take note of that. That's important for later.
Thoughts. Images, perhaps, but not actual communication and
Accurate.
words. A bond often causes a sensation to be passed along it, such as extreme fear and pain. Still, I have seen Jedi who have the ability to communicate with aliens and beasts. I've never heard of a bond being lethal. That is... I am on... No, it is... Then again...
Why do you think people hate the Jedi?
It is difficult sometimes for the Jedi to... But the reason the Jedi Civil War was named such was because, to them...
Yep.
Not always.
Jedi
Keldroma and Exar... It is perhaps more amazing that it is also proof...
Sorry, I'm taking so long with this.
Hey, Jedi... And yet all... It is... The problem is my own, I
There we go! I
harbor
doubts.
Many Jedi defy the Order during the Mandalorian Wars, and it paved the way for the Jedi Civil War.
Alright. I must accept part of that responsibility.
There is no blame. All must accept. But, at its core, one must wonder if it was the failure of the Jedi teachings, or the teachers themselves.
Both,
Many
I
of
suspect.
The Jedi Council trained Exar Kun.
There's so much deepness to this game, and this is why I love it.
See the danger they posed, and if they could not, perhaps there was some essential part of their teachings that was flawed, something beyond the Jedi code that they were missing.
Training must be embraced by both student and teacher.
I believe you are right. The students made their own choices, as much as the histories tell us. Perhaps I judge the masters unfairly, yet I still wonder why they did not rise to stop such threats earlier, or if they simply did not see them.
Face their own challenges.
That is a good point.
Yep,
Perhaps
there we go.
It is not the perception of a potential danger that is to blame. Then what is the answer? There may be none. Regardless, thank you for discussing this with me. Speaking of, it eases the burden. Again, I thank you. It has been long since I was able to speak to one who knows the Order and its philosophies.
Yep.
Master Arka taught Ulik. Master Baz was the one who saw what Exar Kun could become, but he took no steps to stop him. Master Jar taught Malak.
Well, he kind of tried and
masters,
failed, more
Jar,
like.
Kay, and Dorak. And towards the end of the training, Revan sought out many other teachers to learn certain techniques. And it is said that he went to his first and final master to learn how to lead the Order entirely
you want to
as
see
she
here.
had. And such teachings and their teachers.
See, there's
is why
so
I
much
harbor
talking with all the
doubts.
companions.
Why I
Everything in
wonder
this
if
game is
something
so deep.
missing
I love
from
it.
the Jedi code.
Have received the same training as I did. Who trained Revan?
Revan had many masters. Zar, Dorak, Master Kay before Kay left for the wars. Towards the end of his training, he sought out many to learn techniques. It is said that he returned to his first master at the end of his training in order to learn how he might best leave the Order. I do not recall.
Revan deliberately sought how to leave the Order. Okay, that's a fascinating point. Now we're talking. Let's just put it this way: before the events of KOTOR 1. So.
I am not certain you understand what happened with Revan.
Yes, go on.
Revan was
go
captured
on.
in the
I'm
middle
down
of the
for
Jedi
this.
Civil War, due in no small part to his apprentice Malak, who turned on him. Revan was brought before the Jedi Council and put on trial. You must understand that the situation was desperate, and the Jedi needed to know how Revan had amassed the forces arrayed against them. As I understand it, they were able to convince Revan to have a change of heart. Revan helped the Republic defeat Malak. Perhaps in his conversation with the Jedi Masters, they were able to convince him of the rightness of their actions. That is hard. I think you are right.
There we go, yes!
I have watched you. You have become strong in the Force again. But that is not all. You have achieved a center in the chaos around us, and I have felt it, my master. The one intended for me, left to fight. Now she has returned. And I ask her now if she will train me in the ways of the Force.
I will.
The one who was to be my master was lost at Malachor 5. I want you to teach me the ways of the Force, to become a Jedi Knight, what I meant to be.
Let's meditate. But see, this is really cool. And now he's a Jedi! Alright, so we are going to make him a melee fighter. And we're also gonna make him a very support-oriented Force wielder. Let's give him wisdom. And he's a Jedi Consular, so he's gonna get powers every level. Oh yeah, Consulars occasionally get 2 levels. Occasionally you get 2 powers. I always forget about that. Alright, let's see. What have we got? What have we got? Yeah, gotta give him wisdom boosts. Yeah, you see, there's a lot of your companions in this game are Force sensitive, and so you can train them up as Jedi. How cool is that? How cool is that? Okay, perception. Let's give him that for now.
I am listening.
What kind of armor have we got for him? Oh yeah, advisor, yes. He'll be good. And we are going to set him to Jedi support.
Together.
Oh, right. There's a thing in that room we need. There's a thing in that room we need. Almost forgot. Dead mercenaries. Evidence that they were killed by a lightsaber. Glad I didn't forget about this.
Everyone, on the ground.
Oh man, the upgraded guns are so nuts.
Let's get this over with.
Dude, look at my damage counts.
I'm ready.
See, he just turned on Valor and stuff for me. How sweet is that? Nine, 8, 7, 6. Alright. That should open the door. Yep. A technician, he was trapped in here. One time I was in here, one time I was in this room and found like a Mandalorian disintegrator, and I'm just like, wow, that's some insane loot. Money. Gamorrean cleaver. Alright, level 14. So I should be able to hit level 15 fairly quickly.
What's going on? I didn't want to talk about the war, but...
Can I ask you something? What is it?
Why did you decide to fight? I felt the same way.
Yep.
I remembered when word of the Mandalorian attacks arrived on Iridonia. My people had colonies across the Outer Rim. Many of them were among the first systems to fall.
So you wanted revenge?
Revenge, and to crush the Mandalorians, to send them back to wherever it was they came from. I did not join because I wanted to protect, though. I hated them. I wanted to destroy them, to give them the mercy they gave the people they conquered. I remember the thrill I felt when we fought them in battle. Victories were rare, but we celebrated every Mandalorian's death.
That's really messed up.
I know how it felt. I couldn't do that. It was almost as though the battle took control of me, drove me forward. It's always on my mind now. That loss of control blinded me, turned me into a weapon. I just needed to get that off my chest. Was there something you wanted me for? Yes, General?
Okay, so we'll get some influence with him before the episode's out. He's got a few bits. And there's the Valor. Found a will. Don't change it. I'm an honest man. Or woman, as the case may be. Just give me a second. All right. We're good.
You have left me an opening!
Oh yeah, there's a really funny glitch with disruptor pistols in this game. Sometimes the shots will come from your foot. It's weird but funny. Alright, and then the guy, and then this guy.
Braved the perils of the sublevel, yes. Many
This guy's voice is always
artifacts
weird,
in your
like...
possession. This is fortuitous. For now, not only do I get rich salvage, negotiations are not possible. And now,
Alright, and then the guy, and then this guy.
Braved the perils of the sublevel, yes. Many stories and artifacts in your possession. This is fortuitous. For now, not only do I get rich salvage, negotiations are not possible. And now,
And now, Jedi, we shall fight. Dude, look at how fast we take these people down. I'm like the fastest gun on Dantooine. It's hilarious. Okay. And now we go to that cave. Let's think about the prestige class. When I get a prestige class, everybody else in my party gets a level 2. And more calf hounds. Oh, there's more of the flying manta rays.
Let's get this over with.
This battle is joined.
I would actually just really fast like to get back on the Ebon Hawk for reasons. Since we're over here anyway. Oh yeah, there's also that container I need. How big would it be if it had like a Mandalorian disintegrator in it? The damage counts would be through the roof. That was not worth a mine. Oh yeah, because if I remember correctly, we should have the Visas trigger. Oh, yep, here we go. Visas. It's a good thing I got precise shot too, like. It's a good thing I have super high constitution as well, because like, wow, this fight could be dangerous. dare you? And she's got a lightsaber. Oh yeah, the deflection. You're starting to see just how cheesy my build is. Got her.
My lightsaber. You've destroyed it. I yield, Master. It is as I heard through the Force. My life for yours.
Wow, most of these are neat.
You must. The alternative is only another death.
Yeah,
and I would rather
she's
die
tragic.
by your hands.
There's a whole comic about her origin story that's absolutely horrifying. Let me get you to bed, Bay.
Have nothing to offer you.
Now I've seen everything. I heard they had a colony on the Mid-Rim, almost halfway between Onderon and Dantooine. Then, it wasn't there anymore. The whole planet was wiped out. Nothing left alive. No one knows why.
We'll learn why.
Well, it was a planet of her people. If they see through the Force, who knows? If they're all Force-sensitive.
Yep. Maybe they saw something through the Force that we can't see unless before it happened, or maybe it killed them. That's a clue right there.
They claim to see on a higher plane than we do. You know, the whole Force thing makes me nervous.
She going to be alright?
Well, some of her wounds are pretty bad. Looks like she was already carrying her share of scars, though. I think she'll recover, yeah.
Condition changes.
You spared her.
Yeah, I did. Wow, that's mean!
I did not believe you would. I am more concerned about what she will do when she recovers. Just be careful. Not everyone can be saved.
Oh my gosh, that might be my last lightsaber part. I gained some influence with her. Now she's a party member!
My life for you.
Right?
I am able to serve. If we enter battle, I will fight and die alongside you.
See, she was a Sith apprentice of sorts, but she doesn't act like one, which is what makes her fascinating. Have to feel alright.
I have not heard that question in some time. My flesh is healed, if that's the answer you seek. The scars are many and the causes equally so. It is of no importance.
How'd you find me?
I felt you. Heard you through the Force.
There was like a sound.
It was like a sound. Forgive me, but before you go, I must ask. You must not do this.
Cannot allow you to help another is not weakness.
So you say. But it is not something I remember little of my homeworld before I entered my master's service.
Alright, she's gonna talk about her homeworld.
It is not a subject which I have
Billy, you just spoke of it.
The planet was not destroyed. It remains. It orbits. Dead in space.
It echoes, but there's nothing left to hear it.
I am not certain I did. I was there when the planet died. To see everything around you extinguished. was as if I was blinded.
If you remember the cutscene from the
It
previous
was as if
episode.
the Force had been bled from the world.
If everything suddenly went silent.
I imagine there are worse deaths. I was the only living thing remaining on the planet of Qatar. And my life, my agony, was a flicker in the darkness that was the planet. All that I had been connected to had been severed. Yes, I still wonder what would have happened if I had died with the others. If perhaps there would have been some way to hide my presence from the galaxy.
That pain, that loss.
But it could not be done. When the life was bled from the planet, and yet somehow he walked upon the surface of my dead world.
It's almost like she did what I did too. I never thought of that before.
He took me for his own, and he made me see. And for the first time I saw the galaxy, and I wished to die.
That's an interesting thing to think about. I get the impression she did the same thing to survive that my character did. So, what happened at Malachor 5 caused a slow and painful death for a very large number of people. And my character, who's a strong force-powered empath, felt all of their death as screams through the Force. It would have killed her if she hadn't let go of the Force. So maybe Viscus let go too, and that's why she survived?
To this galaxy, my world, absent the currents and spectrums of the Force, was nothing but crude matter, rock, flesh, emptiness. He showed the flickering of life on other planets. The mass of beings that swarm through the empty places of the galaxy.
Shows how screwed this guy is.
Creatures, disconnected from themselves. Their world, their place in it.
That affected everything.
He showed me to make me believe in his cause. He convinced me the galaxy, all life, must die. He fed upon its ugliness, its screaming, and
Yep. Alright, so...
Yes, General? Yes, just working on that. Whoever made the...
Yeah, pretty much all those dialogue options are just things. Oh, wait a second.
Yes, Let me see what you... That's everything. Now all you need...
One-handed. What color? Blue. That's that side quest done. Let's check this out. Alright. But I'm still a blaster guy at heart. And now there's a fun little thing. Here's a fun little thing. Every trigger that would get you a lightsaber part, after this, will just give you a whole lightsaber. Kind of funny.
You have befriended this
Seer. The blind?
Her species does not see as we do. They perceive the galaxy through the Force.
There's a bot!
And it is how she found you. It is a rare gift squandered on her people. The Sith carry the battle to you, and you spare them. And as we travel, I hope your thoughts in this matter are clear. If you take her on as a servant, know that the Sith meet their end at the hands of their apprentices.
Again, I'm gonna say something dark-sided here, just for influence reasons.
Has other masters. Though her presence here is a threat to us. To you. Do not underestimate her, or her loyalty.
Ties to her master, perhaps. I intend to follow that bond to its source when the opportunity prevents it.
Then you are learning.
The planet was destroyed.
Did he? And what do you make of that?
And maybe someone wanted to blind them.
The Mandalorians were right to respect you on the field of battle. The Jedi are gone, vanished. Now, an entire planet of Force sensitives wiped clean of life. And now this slice
Scary
of the
thought,
galaxy is blind. It is no coincidence. The two events are tied.
Someone wants the sector of the galaxy blind to the Force so they can move freely to strike without warning.
I fear you are right. And I fear it may prove more than that. War is a hunger. And there are spirits in the galaxy whose hunger is never satisfied. But there is little to be done about it now. Watch the seer carefully. She may reveal...
Oh.
How many more do we... Then prepare for an army. They will follow you because you... Because I am not blind, that is why.
Ah!
I see what they see. I know many things, and I know what I am not. I am no leader. I speak with a voice that will never move others. I speak with a passion that goes unheard.
Not
they
to me.
Obey you because you
she is
are a
such
leader,
a fascinating
and
character.
Perhaps something more. Have you noticed what has been happening?
Felt them?
The fool dances in your shadow for your favor. The disciple, he worships you quietly. The alien obeys you. Even within the machines there are echoes. Watch them carefully. See their patterns.
Even within the machines, that's a clue to a theory of mine.
Influence can be a weapon, one that you may need before your journey is done. I am but a mirror whose only purpose is to show you what your own eyes cannot yet see. Good, and then act upon it. It is a powerful tool to motivate others. That was Revan's way, I believe. Have you never asked yourself?
Oh yes, this is a big deal.
Beneath him, how he made
and this is one of the seeds that was planted for KOTOR 3 that never materialized. As sad as that is, he was a powerful presence.
Ah, but to make officers turn on their own people, to bomb innocent worlds, to make pacts. Strong influence, indeed. And where did these Sith teachings come from? And why did Revan embrace them so strongly? So many questions, yet the answers are few. Oh, did they? No. Revan met no Sith Empire, yet he learned their teachings. Many have mistaken the soldiers beneath Revan, the machines that were constructed to be the Sith. They are wrong. The Sith is a belief.
Yep.
And what Revan formed was not an empire, but something else.
I'm not talking much here. There's a lot to this. This is a lot of stuff in this game.
The answer to that question is tied to another. How was Revan able to corrupt so many so quickly? Not a one. But we shall see where our journey takes us, I think.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Ask.
Okay, Atris.
I misspoke.
Doggone it.
She did nothing to your eyes that was not already there. She has forced this upon you.
This bit!
Such crude methods are the markings of the Sith. Close your eyes. Feel this ship around you. The welding of the droid as it goes about its work.
It's a stuck motivator.
Now, stretch out. Hear the rumble of hyperspace.
Catch in it, it's not fully repaired.
Ignore distractions and focus on my voice. The breathing of the blinded one as she meditates. Now, listen deeper.
As my feet walk from the ashes of Qatar, I shall not fear. For in fear lies death, and...
You are strong indeed. What you heard was surface thoughts only, but it is something that masters have trained for years and never learned. That is not the real question you should ask. Is such listening enough to perceive the world around you? It is not. Because to listen to the thoughts of another is much like attempting to see the universe only with your eyes. it is equally limiting. Now leave me be. I must rest.
Dang, right?
Yes.
And how was
Have
I
you
able to
come
learn
with
it just like
questions?
that?
Ask. I misspoke. Yes. Very.
Anything else you
When
can
I
teach me?
spoke of sight before, there is a similar handicap that tends to occur among those strong in the Force. They neglect their skills.
Yep.
Some believe they no longer need them. The greatest wielders of the Force are those that maintain some grounding to the more physical realities of the universe.
You see, to clarify what she means there, okay, so, like, there are people like Obi-Wan, who he's a powerful Force wielder, a good lightsaber duelist, and a decent diplomat, but, like, that's it. He's just a Force wielder. And then there's people like Jaina Solo Fell, who, even though she's a powerful Force wielder and one of the best lightsaber duelists in the galaxy at her time, she also maintains a grounding in the mechanical arts. One of her passions, one of her hobbies. And she's a better Force wielder for it. That's what Krea's talking about here.
Some wielders of the Force have mastered piloting, others the ability to fix and repair and build, from simple moisture vaporators to more complex machines such as droids and vehicles. One's ability to understand the human body and its ailments,
protocol
for example,
droid before
can make
he
your
had
powers
turned
within
10.
the Force more complete, more powerful, when you attempt to repair the cellular damage of another. And others have mastered the more subtle work of politics, persuasion. Do not doubt that a galaxy may be conquered with words, a republic overthrown, and an empire made. When such skills are honed, one's ability
That's not foreshadowing for like several thousand years later.
This. Do not rely on your companions to compensate for your weaknesses in skill. What skill would you say?
Alright.
And what skill would you say is your greatest weakness? Then my task before you is this. Take your greatest weakness, devote effort to it, strengthen it, and I will show you how it shall strengthen your power in the Force.
You see? That's a neat side quest.
As you learn and train and test yourself against the galaxy, when you devote some of that training to your weakest skill.
I'll know. Very well. Let's see, I'm now just powering Krea influence to get her talking. Okay, anyway, I think I have enough parts for HK here. Yes! HK-47 is here!
HK-47 activated. Running checks through primary systems. Assessment. It appears I have suffered considerable damage and dismemberment.
HK! Yes!
And my central control cluster seems to have taken several repeated blaster shots at close range.
How crude. Why we...
Answer. I do not know, Master. It is curious that I was here, although this place does...
Okay, I'm gonna try and unlock a side quest, and then we'll get back to Dantooine stuff, by the way.
Extrapolation. Perhaps someone was already in the process of rebuilding me. It may be I was needed for some task.
Alright. You okay?
Answer. If by okay, you mean the loss of almost all my existing assassination protocols, then no.
No, I am not okay.
Furthermore, I seem to have no discretionary control over my vocabulator, causing me to reveal my true function as an assassin droid of unrivaled sophistication. Answer. Oh, that is impossible, Master. If I were out to kill you, we would not be speaking. And if I am a unique model, why, to think that there would be other versions of me would be unacceptable.
Or other now-defunct versions.
Statement. Master, I must inform you that your attempts at humor are wasted on a droid such as I. As I have expressed, I am unique.
Of course you are. Use of HK-50 is sharing your model and function that we've encountered.
Resignation. Very well, Master. If you persist in your attempts at humor, I shall indulge you. let me check the ship's records, and we will settle this matter once and for all. Conclusion. You speak the truth. This discovery is also causing me some degree of anger and humiliation.
Are you alright?
Mockery. Am I alright? Oh, yes, Master. Why, I am fine. Statement. I've only just been reactivated, only to find that there are substandard duplicates of me running all over the galaxy, corroding my good name.
Corroding?
But if they are in fact hunting
corroding.
you, then I look forward to the opportunity to meet these units and educate them in proper assassination protocols. Conclusion. So it seems I need... Answer. It seems you would know more than I. My memory centers are experiencing some self-reflection. Of course, for some reason, that does not alarm me. I suspect I have suffered such repeated memory failures before. Still, the loss of my higher combat and assassination protocols is shameful and degrading.
Of course it is.
Recitation. Yes, as I said, I am an assassin droid. It is my primary function to burn holes through meat bags that you wish removed from the galaxy, Master. Oh, how I hate that term.
Meat bag?
Answer. No, Master.
I said it again. This guy always has me laughing. A way to serve me.
Answer. Yes. Statement. Master, as I have studied your actions, looking for potential
on several. What are you talking about?
Statement. You seem disposed to helping others, not harming them, as I have come to expect and anticipate from organic meat bags across the galaxy.
I'll crush you into scrap without a second thought.
Statement. Master, it is nothing personal, but professional pride dictates that I keep a running tally on any potential weaknesses in my master.
Be brutal and mean with them. That's how you get influence with them. I won't hesitate to say something dark-sided to him, because, well, he has a lot of interesting things to talk about later. You need to say dark-sided things to mock it all.
Hypothetical. Master, it is entirely possible that one day you may no longer be my master, and that my new master might get jealous of our prior relationship. It has happened before. As a result,
yeah, you know, like with that senator. Oh my gosh, Code 1.
Should I be required to assassinate you? Statement.
An interrogation?
Statement. Statement. Very well. Statement. Answer.
Do not know.
Statement.
I have no idea. Sounded like a malfunction.
Statement. Oh no, Master. Surely you are mistaken. I would never malfunction. Prompt. Do you understand me?
I have no idea.
It certainly isn't a matter of it being locked in my memory core and being unable to communicate it to others. Answer. I fear that any such information that exists would only come out when a certain sequence of events takes place.
Ah, just like the plot twist in the first game.
I encounter more of these clones in the hopes that something clicks that allows. Statement.
What of them?
Answer. Well, Master, it seems you have become a popular individual in the galaxy.
I wouldn't use the word popular for it.
Since this dissemination of information could not have been caused by your actions alone.
Alright. What you mean?
Statement. Master, there is mention of you specifically in the Coreward databases, even in public terminals on Coruscant. Observation. I was led to believe that this information concerning Jedi was not for public consumption, yet somehow it has been made
known to them. That's weird.
Conclusion. Someone wants everyone to know that you exist, Master, and that you are back in Republic space. If I did not know better, which is computationally impossible...
Oh, yeah, right.
that someone wants to make you a target, and they are succeeding admirably.
Who?
Answer. Master, my feeling would be the exchange. But that doesn't seem to be enough to answer the question. Rhetorical. Why wouldn't they have simply kept the information to themselves? Such an answer does not address the central question.
Alright.
And that is, why someone would choose to broadcast your location all over the known galaxy. Theory. My suspicion is that someone is using you as bait for a larger target, who is unknown at
He's
this
kind
time.
of on the nose in a way, and that's super freaky that he's that smart. But explaining why would spoil things, so I'll make a note of it and reference back to it later.
Statement. Answer. Master, as part of my original programming, I am able to communicate in over 600 languages. This usually amounted to short verbal warnings when killing non-basic speaking targets, which gave me some small measure of satisfaction.
Yeah, of course. Good pushing programming was adapted for protocol.
Answer. Yes. I believe my original...
See, there's a lot of dialogue and stuff that could come up just from having high levels of skills.
Across the galaxy, but I know little else than that. Suffice to say that translation capability allowed these copies of myself to assume the role of protocol and translation droids in much of known space. That is, of course, not their primary function. And while they are attempting to pass themselves off as translation droids, their primary functionality keeps rising to the forefront. Recitation. For example, on Praven Prime.
Oh, this is
the
crazy.
simple transferring of Elzing syntax for friendship changes its meaning and implies that one's broodmate was actually impregnated by their own host.
If that was spoken aloud, then it would explain much. Is that what happened?
Confirmation. Oh, truly, you can imagine the results.
Oh man, there's so much in this game. I love it.
The civil war between the Guvandi Collective and Elzing that still persists to the current date. Answer. Master, being a meatbag, your answer does not surprise me. You see, part of the reason an assassin droid is so effective is because it is a droid. Meatbags tend not to notice us. We are treated as furnishings.
So...
Statement. Oh, do shut up, you beeping little
trash compactor.
Anyway, as I was saying, droids...
HK and T3 do not get along. If you bring them along with you on Korriban, you get a lot, in the first game, you get a lot of funny conflicts.
Fetch this. Droid, translate that. Droid, clean out the trash compactor. Part of the love of my function comes when the furnishings pull out Tabana-powered rifles and point them at the owner's heads. My identity as an assassin droid was unknown for quite some time, even during the recent
just let
events
HK talk
when
because
all
he's
that
great.
trouble occurred amongst the Jedi. I'm sure you've already heard more than enough about it.
Actually, I'd like to know.
Statement. This story may be somewhat There is a faction of meatbags called the Sith.
Yeah.
They want what any rational meatbag would want. The power to assassinate anyone they choose at any time. In a startling turn of events, the Sith declared war on the Republic. The Republic wasn't going to stand for it, so they went to war right back.
Alright.
Answer. Oh, who knows, Master? It is evident that the Sith would very much
I
like
got
to
sidetracked
assassinate
here.
all the Jedi, which is somewhat the equivalent of cultural suicide since some Sith are Jedi or were Jedi. It is much like the circumstance I find myself in now. How do you kill such an integral part of yourself over such ethical differences? The answer, of course, is that you keep firing until all dissension has been eradicated.
A rather blunt force solution to the problem.
Recitation.
If that was...
State. Answer. Well, Master,
Okay.
Answer. I do not know. Theory. I can only assume that some critical moment is approaching where stealth and subtlety is no longer required. Not that those Durasteel-plated knockoffs know anything of stealth or subtlety. Observation. It is clear, however, that they have been placed throughout the galaxy at critical junctures, both in the Republic fleet and in neutral worlds, and they seem to be looking for Jedi. State. Answer. My feelings on the matter are something that I feel I must put in proper context, in a way that even a meatbag such as yourself could easily comprehend. Theory. Imagine, if you will, that you are unique, the pinnacle of an exiled, cast-out Jedi who can't even use the Force. Imagine that no one has sunk lower than you, that you are truly the most miserable example of a Jedi ever.
It's going somewhere.
Continuation. Now that you have that image, imagine this. Someone clones you.
Badly, I might add.
They make the clones talk differently, rob you of any shred of personality, and take your Jedi code and adjust it, so that it is not really the Jedi code anymore. They even change your pigmentation to a rather poor shade of Durasteel, rather than the proper rusty red that inspires fear in targets. And of course, they refer to meat bags as organics.
Unacceptable. They really don't seem that different.
Indignation. Have you gone deaf? Surely you've heard them speak, and instantly you can tell the difference between them and I.
You sound exactly the same.
Statement. If Master would just listen to their voices, their voices sound nothing like me. They have none of the looping, static-filled, sinister background hiss that I am known for.
They do.
Clarification. Anger would be an understatement for the heat that builds up in my behavior core when these cheap imitations make their presence felt throughout the galaxy. Part of the indignity of all these copies is that they impair my ability to perform my function. The more people throughout the galaxy recognize me as an illegal assassination device, the more difficulty I will have in carrying out my mission. Statement. Master, if you could indulge me for a moment. Perhaps my anticipation of working with one who served at Malachor 5 was too high.
How is that?
Statement. Well, all your behavior...
There's a side quest I'm trying to unlock.
Either strong atonement or confirmation that the atrocities attributed to you during the war were in fact accidents. Answer. Why? Because your actions then and now are related, and I feel I need some context. I confess to being somewhat needy that way.
Ah! What do you mean?
Statement. Sometimes, Master, it is difficult for meatbags to step back and gain some perspective on death and its importance in their insignificant
lives, of course.
Explanation. You see, Master, assassination is such a versatile tool. I have seen the removal of a single target have far-reaching consequences for a nation, world, even a galaxy. The repercussions of even the smallest lives, whether dead or alive, can have profound implications on history. But surely you realize this.
Yeah, that...
Retort. Oh, Master, I am attempting to justify nothing. I was only trying to bring death.
How is that?
Statement. Why your own life, Master? Your single life changed the face of the galaxy? Of history itself.
That's safe to say.
It was an impressive act of destruction, but its impact on the lives of others in the galaxy was far more extreme.
It's almost like he could sense the
you
Force.
brought about the death of the Mandalorian race. I doubt they realize it yet, but you dealt them a blow from which they will never recover.
And I don't want you to deserve it.
Statement. Oh, Master, who deserved what and why is of no consequence. It is only killing a target and how it is done.
Again, he's an assassin droid. He's...
Query. Is there someone
you need killed?
State. Statement. Master, you wound me. Not physically, but in my behavior core. It is true that I once possessed many more protocols and upgrades. And I am afraid that I have a rather long history of memory problems. Still, you will find me a valuable asset. Statement. Answer. No, Master, I do not. I am afraid I have been out. This new Sith threat fights differently than the ones I was familiar with. These seem to favor stealth and assassination to achieve their ends. Answer. No,
oh yes, I
Master.
think I'll unlock
The
it here.
Sith had many hidden bases and strongholds before and during the Jedi Civil War, and I doubt the Republic found them all. Theory. It is possible that the Sith still hold consolation, but I would not worry, Master. I imagine it will not be long before their murderous hands try to seize you by the throat. Twi'lek metaphor.
Seems like they're attracting you like cracked beetles during the bright land seasons. You can say that again.
Query. Master, excuse me, but
yes,
how is
here it
you
is.
Know so many languages?
Picked up a sonic imprint sensor. Doubles as a
Query.
translator.
May I?
Of course.
Observation. This is indeed familiar. Indeed, it seems to be modeled after my vocabulator, with some modifications, of course. Curious.
Yeah, shortly before the planet was destroyed.
Observation. Master, I do believe this device serves
tracking position.
Observation. Master, I do believe this device serves multiple functions, including tracking your position. It is sending out a passive carrier wave that signals itself to HK units in the vicinity. Answer. Master, the nature of the signal from the sonic imprint sensor. It does not please me any more than it does you, but what are the primary traits of an assassin or...
Patience.
Query. State. Answer. Master, I am worried that there also may be some mental block in my... And I do not know where they would have obtained schematics of my design. They are built from my template.
That I know for certain.
Answer. Because of my self-preservation program.
That's important for later.
Recognizes these
yeah, we've just unlocked a side quest that is a big part of the current content.
Myself. It is a frustrating situation that has been looping through my behavior core for some time.
Alright. So if we go there. Finding the HK factory. Yes! Alright. Yep. Huron, Lost Jedi, new fuel source. Okay. New fuel source is something we'll deal with on Nar Shaddaa. Anyway, for now. Going to bring Bayadur for some influence. Oh, here's hoping it doesn't crash. Come on, come on.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, now I've got power leveling to do. I'll just do rifles. I always do rifles. It's simpler that way.
What? You shouldn't sneak up. There was the way most that thing. A couple we found. I'm one now. I do. I've killed. But huh? It's just important. Regard. I just really. I'll pay you.
Yes, Master.
What? A couple we found. I'm one of the coon. Now I'm the closest thing the militia's got. I do. I've kept.
But Dantooine is temperate. There is no need for atmospheric sensors.
Huh? It's just important we get it back. They're expensive pieces of... Regardless, I don't suppose you'd... I doubt you'll be able to... If you find any of...
I don't know about that. They are vitally important pieces of equipment, aren't they? I have this open child's.
I don't suppose you... That's great news. I was afraid of that. We were picking up off-world transmissions, but we know that the mercs are up to something. Now you know why we need those sensors. You make money and help. Yeah.
That was a kind act. For some, it would have been a difficult...
Ah, you are here. You felt it, did you not? The time to hide your presence. You are ready. Is it back or back? Such or... It is not some from here.
Yes, Master.
Defend yourself!
Assassination initiated.
Defend yourself!
Ratio achieved. Ratio achieved. Initiated. Optimal ratio achieved.
Your thoughts are disturbed. I can feel them from a great...
This cave is force sensitive.
Force sensitive location. I sense that perhaps... The crystal responds to you. The crystal's bond with you is such that the stronger you become in the Force, the more powerful your crystal will grow. This crystal will make an excellent...
Halt, settler. How the hell did you get through that? This isn't kidnapping. I'm gonna say this night. I warned you.
Ratio achieved. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Together then!
Always rushing into action without thinking of the consequences. What? Kunda is in danger, and you... Right now, Dantooine... Still, I'm surprised you were able to get this far. Although you do... Every action has consequences, no matter how small or insignificant they seem. And even the smallest choice has the potential for harm. The Mandalorian Wars was proof of this. Intentions mean nothing if a greater tragedy is caused. I need to get to Kunda. If you wish to prove yourself, then do so. The mercenaries have a... And now, since they lost...
I am ready.
You are the Jedi I've heard reports of, and I am Azkul. That is correct, and I want you. You don't need to know the details. According to my... It is inevitable. Of course, I... There are... You'd better reconsider.
Statement. I approve of your style, Master.
Men, I trust you can handle this Jedi.
Yes, Master.
Any luck on getting my module? Excellent. It has... Are they turning on their own? That's about all I know. Will Jedi never stop meddling with our world? She's part of the You don't think I know that? I fought in the war, and it was fallen Jedi that were responsible. They're dangerous, and too prone to fall into unspeakable evil. And if they stayed good and pure, I'd agree. There were more Sith than Jedi in the war. You do them. Is it really? You are? Well, how does that change anything? You might be right. So much destruction. You helped me out. And that Jedi secret cost many lives. I'd really keep quiet about being a Jedi. They are very disliked. But I really appreciate your help.
I see you have found the elusive Master Vrook. He's told me that his rescue complicated our situation to some degree. I can't say that I anticipated that. I thank you for finding him, though. Vrook has informed me that the mercenaries devised a plan of attack to annihilate Kunda itself. Zeron says that even with a plan, the mercenaries have to gather their forces, then coordinate their assault. So we're still... Right now, just us and them. Though if we lose... Our militia is effective at peacekeeping, but isn't prepared for a full-scale battle. Besides that, look around Kunda and see what you can do to strengthen... Zeron says there is a considerable... I have instructed them... Here is a MasterCard. Soon.
I was right about the mercenary. We could use... We also got a lot of things that could use fixing. Off the top of my... The 3 turrets. The men who were wounded by the turrets have had the side security. We got some... If I had it my way, I'd recruit... When you're ready...
Yes, ma'am. Master.
The salvagers keep coming here and bothering the militia. That Garevik is the worst of them.
If it weren't for the Jedi, we'd be a prosperous community. They brought us nothing but trouble.
Thanks for the help. Since you're Zeron is a...
A lot of people here hate Jedi. But when they were here, they tried helping us. I don't...
Mercenaries have been more hostile recently.
I hope your friends... Yeah, I guess so. I'm not too...
Sorry, this door is blocked off.
Charanan. Terewana jung konata del raguno. Der inturunto wakare kwe wap gerebu. Nenso telepachan gorsada. Terewana jung konata del raguno tuna. Der inturunto Terewana jung konata del. Der inturunto
Statement. Master, there are times when your act... Query. Statement. Master. Query. I must express some degree of confusion concerning your actions. Observation. Well, Master, I was not at Malachor 5 during your near-genocidal reaction to the Mandalorian threat, but I feel that I may have been constructed as a result of that. Observation. I believe that Revan determined that mass slaughter on such a scale may no longer be needed to achieve his aims. So perhaps you are responsible for my creation. Answer. Oh, please, Master. Even as a metaphor, that idea is repugnant. You are a gland-driven meatbag, while I am of superior droid construction. Clarification. I meant that I was built as a result of the need for a selective killing machine, rather than a crude mass slaughter war droid. Answer. No, Master. I was constructed shortly after the beginning of the Jedi Civil War. Answer. Well, Master, unless you were operating on my central control cluster, I would be somewhat hesitant to discuss my targets. During the Jedi Civil War, I was responsible for certain strategic targets. For some reason, Revan did not feel that the Republic presented much of a military threat. Aside, I am somewhat unclear as to why this was so, but Revan did have a certain biological instinct regarding such things, so I will simply say that there were probably reasons for such an assessment. Answer. Revan felt the true war was against the Jedi. Observation. It was not something discussed with much of the others, but I think Revan recognized that a single Jedi, both in the past and in the present, could turn the tide of a conflict. So my targets were frequently Jedi, or someone close to a Jedi that could result in their corruption or collapse. Revan often assigned me to kill leaders or supporters of certain Jedi so as to erode their will. Answer. Revan saw the pressures of war on Duxon and knew that even in the heat of conflict, Jedi could be broken, not physically, but psychologically. Observation. It is a curious thing to assassinate and wound someone's personality, to assassinate them psychologically, and it took me some time to reconcile the acts. I am much more used to their direct approach. Still, I served well and killed many Jedi. Answer. Yes, Master. It wasn't always easy, and I had to adapt quickly to rapidly changing battle conditions, and they would often sever my limbs and my head from my torso, which was an inconvenience. Answer. Oh, yes, Master. I hope none of them were friends of yours, but really, they had it coming. I do not know when the Jedi ceased to be adherents to their code, but many did not tread cautiously, and many were quite arrogant when facing a droid, as if we were somehow beneath them. It gave certain kills and added pleasure when being underestimated. Cautionary. Master, don't take this the wrong way, but in my opinion, a blaster shot to the throat is often the best way of silencing Jedi hypocrisy. I have found many Jedi to be arrogant practitioners of pacifism when it is convenient for them. Also, their tendency to never directly answer a question is rather annoying. Statement. I do not have the exact counts, Master, since it is difficult. I did kill many soldiers. Observation. Master, that was the lesson of Malachor. Any Jedi involved in the systematic slaughter on such a scale cannot help but doubt and question themselves. Observation. Master, I do not believe that the Mandalorians were the true target at Malachor. I believe that the intention was to destroy the Jedi, break their will, and make them loyal to Revan. I do not know if you examined the records of the deaths on Malachor, but you cannot escape that many of the Jedi and Republic soldiers who died were not Revan's strongest supporters. Observation. I believe that Revan was cleaning house at Malachor 5. What ones did not die became Revan's allies against the Republic. Answer. I mean to simply give away trade secrets in such a way? It would be an insult to my protocol. And